I can't wait. I really hope 49 can join us soon, so we, you know.
Yeah. Oh right, that's what we needed. We needed to kill the bombardier. I believe it's the bombardier that gives us the axe that we need.
Okay.
Oh, did not mean to do that though.
I'm not picky.
One of the things I do love is that the way that everything spawns back.
Oh yeah. I mean, what I like to keep forgetting that. What I like to do. Oops. Again. What I would like to do as well is like make a storage. Like collect a lot of planks, so we're not going up and down. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I'm literally chopping up bulky areas like where there's like 2 or 3 all in the same row, and then I was just gonna put them in the that storage area that we've got, and then you could just grab them as your heart's content. One of the things I am going to do before I do start bringing them back, get my hands, because that's going to help me grab more.
I've got it. That never goes old.
What never goes old?
Whee!
Oh, yeah. I totally agree. I totally agree. And then you.
I say best invention ever.
That should keep me safe. Safe.
Oh, definitely. I love seeing what people have done in regards to making it work, like with the spring. I mean, we've only got that for this base. Imagine having like 20 or 30 just above each other.
Oh, wow! If we won't get spiders, we know where they are. Because I can hear them sleeping. Holy moly! Wow! 2 spiders at it for something.
Spider up ahead.
Are they fighting over something?
Oh, I think they killed Mr. Magoo.
No. See, they couldn't fight it on their own, so they ganged up on it.
And they've gone back to. One of them's gone back to sleep. And one's glitching.
As you do. Nothing like a good glitch. Boing. I always try and avoid the spring going down, but I can't help it. It's so fun. Ooh, that was a yawn.
So what games are you hoping to continue playing this year? Are you hoping for a new game coming out, or?
Well, there's been a few games I've seen that look kind of interesting. Some that have already just come out. One of the things I'm kind of curious about is that Gotham Knights.
Oh yeah, what's coming out? Well, this year. Well, it'll be next year, but this year.
I'm just curious about the concept because you've got. On one area, they're trying to make the suggestion that it is the after Batman says he's done and the whole place explodes, and apparently he does actually do the thing, and he's not around anymore. But there's also the same concept in there that's working for the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Yeah, well that's coming out in 2 years, so it's not exactly.
No, it's just the whole concept of is it going to be like a brand new thing to do? Is it going to be, is it continuing on from the from the previous games of Batman? Because if they do it with that, if they do actually like continue on from the story. I'm curious as to where they're going to go with it. If it's
Yeah.
not, it's brand new, and I'm just curious as to what sort of style they're going to bring. It'll be a nice concept. Batman's not around anymore. Who's going to defend the city?
Yeah, I think that's great actually. That's
my main curiosity though is just Red Hood in that, like, because I know Red Hood in like comics and stuff. There's certain parts where he's joined the Batman family now. He's a part of the family, and he's going to go out and not kill anymore. There's the other one where he's still the same badass, but he's going to try and do things without being a child, sort of thing. I don't like Batman. Batman never came to save me. Batman thought he was dead like everyone else. So I'm really curious as to where it's going to go.
yeah, it'd be quite interesting where it's going to go now.
One of the things gameplays I have been watching is Craftopia, and that looks really good. Like the little things that you can do on there, and it's almost like right now I watched the chat, and he created an animal breeder that then jumped into a battery, like a battery maker sort of thing, and then he which then went into a food cooking pot, and it was massive. And he was using all of that to breed the animals, and then use the animals to make power, and then all the extra animals that were around, they would then just go into the food pot and then make food. And I thought it was a really clever idea and concept. I've not seen that anywhere else in game. And it's almost just, like, to me, so far right now, it's like, whatever you can sort of, like, get creative. Let's see what you can build. Let's see what you can do. Can you survive in this? I've not seen the full concept of it. I've just seen a little bit of gameplay to find out as to what it's like. That looks really good. So I'm interested in that as well.
Yeah, I mean, the game I'm was looking forward to, again, you guys who'll be watching this will be watching this next year, which I was a bit disappointed was Marvel Avengers. It's just not what it's cracked up to be, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've seen gameplay of it. I had a little. I like the fighting mechanics. I like the way that how they try to do things. They've really tried to broaden it. What I don't like is that one, you've got to it's like unlocking all the characters and getting them all. I mean, I know they say you can buy you can have all sorts and they're all there, but it was all like Marvel's massive. Avengers as well are massive.
It's a massive franchise that people,
So it's like I need to either play can you actually unlock a load of superheroes, or is it just your basic Avengers superheroes?
Apparently we're going to get free DLC. So as soon as we get a new DLC, it's supposed to be Kate Bishop first. Apparently, if we get a new character, Kate Bishop, I'll be like putting that on my channel. But the thing I don't like about it is it's very unbalanced. I was like the fact. Yeah. I know this is a bit of spoilers, but
no, I like I say, I've already gone through the game. I know the story. Yeah. I know what it's about.
But there was like it's very unbalanced. Like I was playing the final mission, final story, and the story just didn't work. If that makes sense, it just the ending was just and
the only problem that I had was that they made it look like, or they made it feel like that when it first started to come out, that there were going to be all these new characters.
Yeah.
All these new different characters, because again, there's all these people going out there with these superpowers now. But the only one I saw that like were these characters that you couldn't play, like the guy who teleport like people.
Yeah.
Like Miss
Yeah,
Marvel. There weren't a major amount of people. You saw people like around. You saw some of them using some skills, but you didn't see a wide variety of choice. Like it kind of looked like it was building up for an MMO that might not actually.
Well, the problem is there's just the characters are very I don't know, this is not used properly in my eyes. Like Captain America, for example, you only get a brief, like, a lot of the characters, you get like quite a long, you know, you play Iron Man quite a lot, and
Iron Man has, like, he's not really, he's more just a genius who can build a battle suit.
Yeah, what I mean is like you don't get to play Thor like you should do, or you know,
Thor's an endgame guy, isn't he? He finally just turns up somewhere close to the end and just starts.
Yeah, trust me, you're not missing much.
I know.
It's them sort of things, like, and it feels like it's very unbalanced.
Yeah, I mean, I've done it again. I mean, it's like I understand about the enemy. I do like the whole storyline to it, but I do also concede there's so much missing in regards to it. Like, again, to me, the way that they were making the story out, it was heading towards kind of like that. There's going to be so many of these new characters, or you can build your own character.
Yeah, well, I would say it's very repetitive as well. It's
yeah, I saw that, and when I tried it out, you know, the little demo thing.
Yeah.
When I went to play that, it was kind of like, I really hope this isn't just what this game is about. You know, at least like do some of the other parts, like like Black Widow. Black Widow's a very great spy, investigator, finding things. Tony Stark is an absolute genius when it comes to science and all the other stuff. Trying to figure out. They could have done so much with that, like actually use Tony Stark and Jarvis to try and figure puzzles out, trying to find where what things.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is as well is the business model sucks. Like, for example, I downloaded the beta. And it said that well, first I downloaded the beta and then I thought, oh great, the game's come out a bit earlier than it should do, you know, but no, it was still locked. So I had to wait till afternoon to play the beta, which was really disappointing. They didn't really sell, you know, this product they've got, which is a gold mine, especially people who are hardcore Marvel fans. And
yeah, I mean, I even looked at some of the outfits that they, you know, like that they had for it, and even then, like, I was looking at the adverts and I was like, really, that's all you've done?
Yeah,
no, it's just sad because it's been given so much great hype. I mean, don't get me wrong, but for me, what I have played, like the storyline, I do really like the storyline. There are a few areas which could have been like improved.
Yeah, the storyline. I was sorry. The storyline is fantastic, except the ending. I think the ending is a bit, for me, is a bit disappointing, if I'm honest.
Yeah, the ending was kind of anticlimactical. It's like it's almost like when they were talking about the thing being down at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
Like I was like, please just don't be a really big robot. And it was a really big robot.
Yeah.
Sorry, spoilers. Do apologise to everyone else on that.
Well, hey, listen, it's been a year. You should have played it by now.
yeah, played it or watched it by now.
Well, hopefully, the time this comes out, you know, people have played it. You know, they've done major improvements. You know, they've done
I really hope they have done major improvements with that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, by the time people watch it, it's going to be 2021. So all they're hearing is old waffle.
Yeah, they're like, come on, look, you know, like for example, Cyberpunk is rubbish. No offense, but Cyberpunk is rubbish. Cyberpunk is rubbish. What are you talking about? But yeah, the game like I said, the game is very disappointing. I would strongly wouldn't recommend it to anyone at this moment in time. There's a lot of issues. Sorry, there's a lot of issues.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing that I actually find. This is one of the reasons why it kind of I get annoyed about these big branch games. You know, companies. Sorry, not these big branch games. Kind of like you've got like Bethesda, yeah.
Yeah.
They brought out
Bethesda. Yeah, they kind of they like to make.
It's like they've not made a game based around gaming. You know, like when we come to play games, we want to escape being ripped off by you know, like big companies or having money taken from us or anything else. And the problem is that they're listening to all these shareholders. They think that they can make money just by bringing. I mean, look at the UFC game that came out. All the other games previously, because the shareholders weren't involved, they were amazing. You had to train, you had to build your character, you was more involved. When you came to fight, the bugs that you see today, like the wrestling game, the bugs that you see in that, it's like, stop it. Stop letting the shareholders have their say, because they're destroying your company just because they can make money.
Well, at the end of the day, and it's a sad fact, end of the day, it's all about money. There's only like probably CD Projekt, who's a bit more an honest company than the rest of the corporals.
All these indie games now are starting to make better games than the bigger companies, because the bigger companies are trying to push their games out in, like, let's say, for example, a game that would normally take 5 years to build, to deal with all the bugs, to deal with all, you know, all the shindigs that will make that game a perfect game. And they're expecting them to make that game come out in like 2.5 years, 3 years instead. And it's like, no, we need the 5 years.
I mean that's the problem they had with Anthem. Really, it was a rush game, and it was from a good. Again, it doesn't mean sound like a dog. What I'm going to say, but it was from a good pedigree, BioWare, and what did they do? They kind of screwed up. I mean, this is how I started recording from a channel, you know, just because I know they're going to do an update, and apparently it's going to be better than the original.
It's awful saying it, but I'm not holding my breath.
Oh, I'm not holding my breath, because the problem is, again, and on this part where unfortunately I've got really bored with it, and I've given up, where you have to go and find this ancient armor or whatever. I can't remember what it was, but yet you have to make sure you do 5 world events, which is a daily task. Well, I'm not spending I've got other things to do in my life than spend
grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding. It's again one of the reasons why I like to play older games. Perfect example, Total War Warhammer 2. Right, they've just brought out all these new little things like these. I think it was like stone ogres or whatever they were, and all they did was just grab the original ogre that they have. Oh, the trolls. Sorry, the trolls, not the ogres, the trolls. They brought out these like mountain trolls where they're supposed to look really different. They're supposed to look like much more kind of like the ogres you see in Lord of the Rings. But instead of bringing out that sort of concept, instead they just grabbed the troll that they've got and just recolored it. But then they're trying to say that it was lore, that this was lore friendly, and it's like it's not. And then you've got modders coming in doing their job for them. And it's like, if you're going to half-ass your game to a point where the modders will come in and fix your problem, then you really don't care for the game anymore. So why should I buy your game when you don't give it as much love as we do?
Well, it's for me, AAA. I think AAA is not like it used to be, if I'm honest.
Yeah, totally. I mean, like look at like Street Fighter. you know, like the Sega Mega Drive, Nintendo, and whatever else. When you went into a game and it like you completed it, you could unlock new characters. You could, or like when you played Metal Gear Solid, if you complete it on the easy run, you got kind of like I think it was like the stealth or the unlimited ammo thing, and it really made you feel like you accomplished something in the game. And now it's like instead you've got all these DLCs that you've got to pay for. Like one of the games I was really excited to play was Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Played the first one, wasn't a bad game. There's a lot of things that was missing from it, but again, it's kind of like the trial and error. Will it work? Will it not? And it was a good game. I enjoyed the game, but then they started to bring out, like, to get more moves, you have to buy this. To get the rest of the story, you have to buy that. And I know a lot of games have been doing that, but it's like there is no reward anymore in playing games. Or they try and use stupid things. Like, they try to say the Modern Warfare games. The Modern Warfare games that they brought out, they made such a terrible story. Yeah, the story was crap compared to all the other ones that they brought out. But then they tried to use that as an excuse to say that people were more bothered about the PvP than the actual storyline.
Oh, that's what caused all that.
You see what I mean? It's like Gears of War. They brought out the PvP for Gears of War. Continuously PvP. PvP, multiplayer online. Go crazy, shoot people. And then they brought the actual story out. But you've already given them a game to play. Why would they play the story when they can keep on playing the PvP?
I mean, I like the Gears of War games.
I love them.
But I mean, the first one is it showed its age. I was playing it, and it was like sheer torture playing this. I mean, again, this is on my channel, so if anyone wants to watch it, feel free.
Yeah, well, they can see for themselves then.
Yeah,
exactly.
But it's not aged well. The mechanics, some of the mechanics just didn't work. You're thinking, what the frick heck, you know?
Yeah, what's going on here? Well, where's the problem?
Yeah, like if the other previous war games, if you go down, you know, the AI will like revive you. If you down on the first game, that's it. You have to start the whole level again. You think, oh, you're freaking kidding me.
Like, yeah, all that hard work. But some people enjoy that. Like, I know some of the like hardcore players and stuff that I've watched play. They love that concept that you lose everything because it makes you really really get involved with your character. You really create that personal bond with them. It's like, please don't die, and you try and get them the best gear and the best things for it because you don't want your character to you want to succeed with just that character and that character alone.
I mean, go back to Bethesda. I mean, like there was something like because if you want to does nothing, but if you want to get golden armor, it's like £1.50, you know, in our money.
Yeah, well, you've got to pay to win.
Yeah,
and that's an issue with a lot of games.
I think
that pay to win should never be in the game.
I think that this is the problem with, as you said, with like modern games nowadays. It's pay to win, and it unfortunately just doesn't work.
It doesn't. I mean, it's like there's a lot of people in the UK that I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand about people on the dole that like sort of take the biscuit and what else, but what I was more going to get at is there's a lot of people in the UK that don't earn enough. They could go out and work 70 hours a week and still not even have enough to pay for their food bill, let alone the bills that they've got at home, right? And they then, let's say, again, they want to play games to take away from the stress of worrying about money, worrying about payment. But then pretty much most of the games that are coming out there now are paid to win. So they won't then play the games anymore because it's a pay to win. So you're taking luxury, you're taking pleasurement away from it just because you want to make money. Really?
If honest, it sounds a bit it sounds a bit funny this coming from me, but if I'm honest, I hate money. I wish we had like. This is again a bit nerdy, but I wish we lived in a Star Trek future where money doesn't exist. Like
it's more about like say for me, instead of actually like say trying to give people like money and a wage. Like if you're working, you're doing this, you're doing that. That you are going to get like the privileges sort of thing if you have a very important job, life-saving, not entertainment, not like bloody football, because that's just ridiculous how much they get paid. And yeah, a nurse that can save 30 lives in a week gets paid nothing. So it's like it depends on your actual job criteria. But
before anyone thinks we're not communisms, this is not communism.
Oh no, this is just reality.
Yeah.
This is literally just reality. This is like, I mean, in England, I don't know who's actually watching this.
Don't even need to boil it.
Like lives in England, but you'll understand yourselves.
I'm not
like,
picky.
In the way that the world works. There's so many people at this moment in time struggling in England to make ends meet.
Especially what's happening right now again.
With the hellhole that is 2020.
Yeah.
And with all of that, it's showing like, I mean, when you're going home, you don't want to have an air like you want to come home and just relax, just chill out. Yeah, you might do a little bit of housework, but as soon as you're ready to put your feet up, whether to play a game or whether to watch TV, read a book, whatever is your hobby, whatever it is that you like to do in the evening, you don't want to have to then deal with stress. That is your time to relax, to unwind, take it easy. I mean, I could talk a little bit more, but I've sort of
no. Honestly, you've done more than enough. Thank you so much for helping.
Anytime, dude. You know me, mate. I'm always happy to help. I'm always happy to, well, it's one of the things I'm kind of like hoping with this, like we get a nice community together where we may, like if we start an art campaign or a Conan Exile campaign, we can actually have people join us on there. And
I love that. I mean, the thing I don't really like is now again, this is going back, and this is not to complain with my fellow YouTubers, but these people say, well, if you want to join our server, pay £2.50 or £5. Well, I've just
that's not what we're about. I mean, it's like on one side, it depends on the actual server. If this is going to be like a series that let's say there's 6 of us, right?
Yeah.
Let's say all 6 of us decide to jump onto a server. We've all got communication. We can all do whatever else, and we're all chipping into that server. That's fine. Yeah, that's great because it's our server. We're all working on it.
Yeah.
So we're all paying for it. But if we've then invited people to then join us on that, where we shouldn't be entitled, like making them pay for that server. That's just my opinion, because we're the ones that are doing the series. But if by all means people want to be involved in this series, then that's when we then start talking. If by all means they've been doing great, they've been doing well, collecting resources, taming animals, all that malarkey. They've really been actually a great member of the team. Then we could probably talk about